Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name is Ellis and I'll be your host for today's general knowledge quiz of 100 questions. Do the best you can at the end of the quiz. Comment your score in the comments below. Here's question 1. During the Black Death, ship arrivals were required to wait 40 days in quarantine to avoid spread of infection. Where does the word quarantine come from? Latin for alone, French for 40, or Italian for prevention? The answer is French for 40. 2. Memories can be manipulated very easily. Within what time period can the human brain be convinced of committing a crime that never occurred? 3 hours, 3 weeks, or 3 months? The answer is 3 hours. Question 3. Why is the colour red used for capes in bullfighting? Bulls hate red. It is the colour the bulls are trained to attack, or to mask bloodstains from the fight. The answer is to mask bloodstains from the fight. Question 4. What is amateur scientist Tim Fried from Wisconsin's unique ability? He is immune to snake venom and survived more than 200 bites. He created the anti-venom for the black mamba, or his controversial conservation efforts for snakes. And the answer is he is immune to snake venom and survived more than 200 bites. 5. What is the fun Christmas tradition called where you must visit 12 pubs, have a beer at each, and each have a set of rules, e.g. no sitting in pub 3? The 12 pubs of Christmas, the 12 pints before Christmas, or 12 naughty little leprechauns? The answer is the 12 pubs of Christmas. 6. What is the Paulownia tree, also known as in Japan? That's Paulownia. Is it the fast-growing tree, the dowry tree, or the princess tree? The answer is the princess tree. Question 7. Novels become more and more prominent in the 1700s. What was society's view of the so-called reading rage or reading fever among young people? Young people spent too much time reading books, reading was seen as fundamental for development, or young people were forced to read? The answer is that young people spent too much time reading books. 8. What was the other name of Unsinkable Sam, the cat that served on a German warship, and 2 British ships surviving all sinkings, floating to rescue on debris? Sammy, Mitsu, or Oscar? The answer is Oscar. Question 9. Many people believe ringing church bells disperse thunder. Why did the Parliament of Paris ban the practice? Noise pollution, too many people died doing it, or people abused the excuse to make noise? The answer is too many people died doing it. Question 10. Why did scientists use a robot to investigate the area where they discovered sharks living in one of the most active underwater volcanoes on Earth in 2015? It was too hot and acidic for them to do it themselves, the sharks were acting crazy and aggressive, or they investigated whether the shark survived an eruption. The answer is it was too hot and acidic for them to do it themselves. 11. For how long can a dolphin remember the call of a mate after being separated? Up to 2 years, about 12 years, or more than 20 years after? The answer is more than 20 years. Question 12. What makes the book Everything Men Know About Women by Dr. Alan Francis so humorous? All 100 pages are empty, the book is controversial and gives the worst advice, or the book is written effectively from a man's perspective? The answer is all 100 pages are empty. 13. Where does the Canadian tradition of humorously dragging a newly elected speaker to the chair originate from? It was the worst job to have in Canada in the 1800s, British speakers risked execution to unfavourable news, or it is an act of modesty? The answer is British speakers risked execution to unfavourable news. 14. How much does an average cumulus cloud weigh? £1,000, £100,000, or £1.1 million? The answer is £1.1 million. 15. 2 students, after finishing film school, wanted to create a movie, but could only afford to rent 1 room. What was the outcome? The biggest flop in movie history? Successful, they started Warner Bros., or the outcome was the movie Saw? Well, the outcome was the movie Saw. 16. When wolves howl together, why do they howl on different notes? No 2 wolves have the same howl. To create the illusion that they are more than they actually are, or to emphasise the size of their pack? The answer is to create the illusion that they are more than they actually are. 17. Where was the site of the two skeletons found, locked in a 6,000-year embrace? Mantua, Italy, Babylon, Mesopotamia, or London, England? The answer is Mantua, Italy. Question 18. Why did Candido Jacuzzi initially invent the jacuzzi? Relief for his rheumatoid arthritis? He wanted the bath to wash his body for him, or pain relief for his 15-month-old son? The answer is pain relief for his 15-month-old son. Question 19. What was the name of the anthropologist that donated his body to the Smithsonian Museum as an educational tool under the condition his dog should be next to him? Marshall Salins, Franz Boas, or Grover Krantz? The answer is Grover Krantz. Question 20. When did Abraham Lincoln start the Secret Service? Right before he was assassinated, right after he was elected, or 2 years after being elected? The answer is right before he was assassinated. There is an error there in the spelling. 21. Where were the battles of Grozny, Ukraine, Mongolia, or Chechnya? The battles of Grozny were in Chechnya. 22. Which of the following historical figures was the first United States Secretary of the Treasury? George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, or Benjamin Franklin? The answer is Alexander Hamilton. Question 23. What country conducted the Royal Flying Doctor Service's first official flight on May 17, 1928? Thailand, United Kingdom, or Australia? The answer is Australia. 24. What was Gracie Field's autobiography's title? Old Man River, Sing As We Go, or The White Cliffs of Dover? The answer is Sing As We Go. 25. Who received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2010 for their work in the 1960s and 1970s? Brian Jones, Mick Taylor and Ron Wood, Richard Heck, Eiichi Negishi and Akira Suzuki, or Robert Plant, Francis Crick and John Bourne? The answer is Richard Heck, Eiichi Negishi and Akira Suzuki. 26. RBT is a reality television programme about what? Reality Babes of Tibet, real bus stop terrorism, or random breath testing? The answer is random breath testing. 27. Which of these ethnic groups is most closely linked with Hungary? Magyars, Hungars, or Helvetians, or Helvetians? The answer is Magyars. 28. Who is the author of Robinson Crusoe? Daniel Defoe, Leo Tolstoy, or Lewis Carroll? The answer is Daniel Defoe. Question 29. What was the earliest variant of the game Blackjack originated from? Pontoon, Cervantes, or Vingt et un, or 21? The answer is 21, meaning 21 in French. 30. What book did German philosopher Immanuel Kant publish in 1781? The Catcher in the Rye, The Critique of Pure Reason, or A Passage to India? And to just clarify, it's Immanuel Kant. And the answer is The Critique of Pure Reason. 31. How many times was Franklin D. Roosevelt elected President of the United States? 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times? The answer is 4 times. Question 32. Which of the following countries does not have a coastline on the Atlantic? Argentina, Brazil, or Chile? The answer is Chile. Question 33. In the 1988 Olympics, a gymnast scored a perfect 10 for 7 routines. Which country did she represent? Romania, East Germany, or Greece? The answer is Romania. Question 34. Which of these was Julius Caesar's nephew that became Emperor of Rome? Augustus, Caracalla, or Commodus? The answer is Augustus. 35. What was Madame Tussauds' first name? Hint, she founded a wax museum in London. Was it Patricia, Marie, or Lynette? The answer is Marie. Question 36. Into what sea does the Piazzina, Yenisei, and Ob rivers empty? Red Sea, Kara Sea, or Dead Sea? The answer is the Kara Sea. Question 37. Which country has a Muslim majority of more than 85% of its population? Indonesia, Bangladesh, or Pakistan? The answer is Indonesia. Question 38. Where is County Tipperary? Ireland, United States, or Australia? County Tipperary is in Ireland. 39. Maria Theresa was Queen of Bohemia and Hungary, but more significantly, Archduchess of which country? Austria, Bavaria, or Wales? The answer is Austria. 40. American Dennis Tito was the first to do what in 2001? Fly twice around the world without stopping, fly a hot air balloon around the world, or be a space tourist? The answer is be a space tourist. 41. Which of the following lived in the same time period as Confucius? Charlemagne, Darius the Great of Persia, or Genghis Khan? The answer is Darius the Great of Persia. 42. Who did former US President Abraham Lincoln marry before he was elected in 1842? Martha Smith, Mary Todd, or Abigail Black? The answer is Mary Todd. Question 43. Which is the first major city on the St. Lawrence River's shoreline as you go upstream from its mouth? Ottawa, Toronto, or Quebec? The answer is Quebec. Question 44. What country does Blighty relate to? Australia, New Zealand, or Great Britain? The answer is Great Britain. Question 45. Directed by Sidney Lumet and starring Henry Fonda, who produced the film 12 Angry Men? Henry Fonda, Kevin Feige, or Frank Marshall? The answer is Henry Fonda. Question 46. Which Shakespearean character's murderous uncle is Claudius? Juliet, Hamlet, or Ariel? The answer is Hamlet. Question 47. On November 8th, where is the Day of Skulls celebrated? Mexico, Bolivia, or Brazil? The answer is Bolivia. Question 48. What is the subject of the 2020 Netflix fantasy documentary Dick Johnson is Dead? Dementia, schizophrenia, or multiple sclerosis? The answer is dementia. Question 49. Which sport forbids anyone from playing left-handed? Baseball, hockey, or polo? And the answer is polo. Question 50. Which Austrian card game makes use of the Industrie und Glück deck of 54 cards? Pontoon, Skip Bow, or Tap to Rock? And this question marks us being halfway through this quiz. The answer to 50 is Tap to Rock. Let's pause for a second to give you a bonus question hint. Barry Nelson was the first person to appear on TV as James Bond. There will be a bonus question in this quiz. Try and remember this hint if you can. 51 then. How many degrees do the interior angles of a pentagon sum up to? 360, 540, or 720 degrees? The answer is 540 degrees. 52. What colour or colours were the English national football team's initial away kit? White and navy blue, pale yellow, or grey and red? The answer is white and navy blue. 53. From what century and country does the equals symbol originate from? 9th century Greece, 4th century Baghdad, or 16th century England? The answer is 16th century England. 54. Which country grows Blue Mountain coffee, which is known for its subtle taste and absence of bitterness? Kenya, Jamaica, or Saudi Arabia? Hint: Tia Maria liqueur's flavour is derived from the beans. The answer is Jamaica. Question 55. What time of year do cherries bear fruit? Spring, summer, or winter? The answer is summer. Question 56 coming up. Which of these wrote the poem "And Death Shall Have No Dominion"? Dylan Thomas, W.H. Auden, or A.G. Visser? The answer is Dylan Thomas. 57. The American television series Lot 49, characterised as a fantastic puzzle of a series by one critic, refers to which author's book? Stephen King, Eleanor Catton, or Thomas Pynchon? The answer is Thomas Pynchon. 58. In August 2021, what legendary athlete and the club with which he had spent his entire sporting career ended a 2-decade relationship? Lionel Messi, David Beckham, or Cristiano Ronaldo? The answer is Lionel Messi. 59. Which German was deported from Germany in 1938, mostly for his work on All Quiet on the Western Front and The Road Back? Stephen E. Ambrose, Herman Wouk, or Erich Maria Remarque? The answer is Erich Maria Remarque. 60. Who of the following is indigenous to the Northern Hemisphere? Maori, Zulus, or Magyars? The answer is Magyars. Question 61. What African coastline is the warm Agulhas Current located on? Southwest Indian Ocean, Southeast Atlantic Ocean, or Mediterranean Sea? The answer is Southwest Indian Ocean. 62. What is the richest horse race in the world in 2023? Grand Prix de Paris, Saudi Cup, or Dubai World Cup? The answer is Saudi Cup. 63. Where did the name soccer originate from? United States, United Kingdom, or Australia? The answer is United Kingdom. 64. During the Edward VIII abdication crisis, who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain? Stanley Baldwin, David Lloyd George, or Andrew Bonar Law? The answer is Stanley Baldwin. Question 65. Who was kicked out of the Surrealist movement because of his opinions on the Spanish Civil War? Max Ernst, Joan Miro, or Salvador Dali? The answer is Salvador Dali. 66. According to Judges 17 verse 5, what is the earliest known example of what Micah built? Pyramid, courthouse, or Jewish temple? The answer is a Jewish temple. 67. What is the purpose of adding iodine to table salt? Topical ointment for gout, prevents goitre, or reduces pain in children with rickets? The answer is prevents goitre, or goitre, Goitre. 68. In general, what is the maximum time allowed in competitive eating events when the goal is to consume the most food in the shortest amount of time? Is it 30 seconds, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes? The answer is 15 minutes. Question 69. When did the Amateur Sumo World Championships introduce female competing alongside male competition? 1982, 2001, or 2018? The answer is 2001. Question 70. What organisation did Boutros Ghali become the head of in 1992? NATO, World Health Organization, or United Nations? The answer is the United Nations. 71. Which of the following is the title of a Michael Moore documentary? Roger and Me, Myself and Irene, or Something About Steve? The answer is Roger and Me. 72. Marshmallows were first employed as a medical remedy for sore throats. Extracts from what part of the plant were used? Bark, stern, or root? Is it bark, stem, or root? The answer is root. 73. What is a scuppernong? Is it grapes native to southeast United States, a spirit like schnapps, or schnapps made from grapes? What is a scuppernong? The answer is grapes native to southeast United States. Question 74. Which of these novels tells the life narrative of Woody Guthrie? Bound for Glory, The Hunger Games, or Moby Dick? The answer is Bound for Glory. 75. Which London Bridge prompted Wordsworth to write Earth has not anything to show more fair? London Bridge, Tower Bridge, or Westminster Bridge? The answer is Westminster Bridge. Question 76. What is the name of the strait that connects Lake Maracaibo and the Gulf of Venezuela? Tablazo Strait, Mona Passage, or St. Lucia Channel? The answer is Tablazo Strait. 77. What exactly are crepuscular animals? Bipedal walkers, mainly active at dawn and dusk, or ones born with birth defects? The answer is mainly active at dawn and dusk. 78. What was the opera composer Verdi's given name? Giacomo, Giuseppe, or Giorgi? Giacomo, Giuseppe, or Giorgi? The answer is Giuseppe. 79. What is the term for the process of joining the masticating surfaces of the upper and lower teeth when biting? Osculation, occlusion, or obfuscation? The answer is occlusion. Question 80. What is one way to describe a lunar eclipse? New moon, full moon, or red moon? The answer is red moon. 81. The 1934 British Empire Games, now known as the Commonwealth Games, were originally planned for Johannesburg, South Africa, but were relocated to London, United Kingdom. Why? The main South African funder withdrew, heightened racial discrimination concerns in South Africa, or increased safety concerns? And the answer is heightened racial discrimination concerns in South Africa. Question 82. Which of these belongs to the crow family? Flamingo, magpie, or condor? Well, the answer is magpie. Question 83. Georges Lemaitre, a Belgian priest, was well known as what? Researcher in virus vaccines, the political priest, or mathematician, astronomer, astrophysics professor? And that's the answer, mathematician, astronomer, astrophysics professor. 84. Who choreographed the Pas de Deux Irrlicht? William Forsythe, Martha Graham, or Pina Bausch? The answer is William Forsyth. Question 85. What was one factor that distinguished the Louis Vuitton Cup races in 2013? In some races, only one boat competed, it was a fashion show and competition, or all the equipment and attire was designer. The answer is, in some races, only one boat competed. 86. What is the location of the world's largest subterranean natural chamber? Nepal, Sweden, or Malaysia? The answer is Malaysia. 87. What does it say in the papers in the song How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? Robbers, Rottweilers, or Labradors? The answer is robbers. 88. What is the shorter name of the Roman Emperor Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, which he is better known by? Is it Julius Caesar, Octavius, or Augustus? The answer is Augustus. 89. What colour ball scores 7 points in snooker? Red, stripes, or black? The answer is black. Question 90. Who is the professor in Cluedo? Plum, peach, or purple? Well, the answer is Professor Plum. Question 91. The greenest portion of Africa lies roughly between the Tropic of Capricorn and what other latitude? The equator, the Tropic of Cancer, or 10 degrees north? The answer is 10 degrees north. Question 92. What distinguishes upwards from Scrabble? The scoring works differently and keeps adding. Letter tiles can be stacked on top of each others, or all words formed have to be at least 3 letters long. The answer is letter tiles can be stacked on top of others. 93. Where were the almost 4,000-year-old Tarim mummies discovered in the 20th century? Sudan, Egypt, or China? The answer is China. Question 94. Which of the following is a synonym for graphite? Impetigo, plumbago, or caruso? The answer is plumbago. Question 95. Which song begins with the phrase 9 o'clock on a Saturday? Is it 22 by Taylor Swift, Crocodile Rock by Elton John, or Piano Man by Billy Joel? The answer is Piano Man by Billy Joel. 5 questions left, here's 96. Which of the following is not a genuine dessert? Which of the following is not a genuine desert? Sahara, Kalahari, or Namib? An easy mistake, but the word there is desert. And the answer is Kalahari. 97. Albumin is derived from which part of the egg? White, yolk, or shell? The answer is white. Question 98. In which sport is a competition known as honbasho or basho? Judo, karate, or sumo wrestling? And the answer is sumo wrestling. 99. The opening credits of any version of the TV show Law & Order begin with the actors who portray what roles? Police, lawyers, or doctors? The answer is police. Question 100. Which continent is the secretary bird native to? Europe, South America, or Africa? The answer is Africa. Bonus question. In 1962, the first James Bond film appeared on screen. Who is the author of the book it was adapted from? There was that hint earlier, see if that can help you. Let us know the answer to that question in the comments and let us know how many points you scored out of 100. Thanks for playing this quiz with us today at Quiz Class. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. Try these quizzes if you cannot wait for the next ones to be uploaded. My name's Ellis and I've been your host. Thanks again for playing. We'll see you next time.